I have been binging room makeover videos for a while now, and having just returned from living abroad, I knew I would be needing to create a space to live my next chapter. And I just thought, why not design my new room in The Sims? I've seen other people do it and I thought it looked like fun. I've always been interested in living tiny, but I'm not in a place right now to execute that. So I thought through this build, I would kind of get a feel for tiny living. I did this build before the Tiny Stuff Pack came out, but I think in its own way it could be considered a tiny build. The room is a bit of an odd shape, with both of the windows off-center. The carpet is a light gray, and there were some crazy blue walls in this room, which thankfully have been painted over with the classic basic canvas of white. The feel I'm kind of going for is like a mid-century with lots of green and neutral tones. So something I learned while living abroad was that even if you're only in a space temporarily, it is very important, at least in my case, to feel settled and at peace in my living conditions. So to me, it's worthwhile to design and spend a little bit of money on making, your space pretty and functional for your needs. I love playing Sims, and I'm not the best builder, as I'm sure some can see. I don't think living tiny is feasible for everyone, but if you're interested in giving it a try, my idea in designing this room was to fit my whole life into a single bedroom, minus a kitchen, bathroom, those things, which is a lot I'm leaving out, but I really wanted to think about what it means to live tiny and how to get the most out of a small space. So to do that, I needed to think about what I want to do, what I need to do, and what I like to do. I made a list of all those things, and from there kind of created focus spaces around the room. So each part of the room has a different function, kind of like YouTube and the subscribe button, like button, and notification bell. All three would love to fulfill their function, so go ahead and make their day, subscribe, like, and get notified when part 2 comes out, because I will be putting up a second video after this one, which will be the actual room completed and the process I kind of went through to recreate this room. So with those focus spaces, obviously the bed is for sleeping. The desk area, I knew I wanted a large workspace for writing, journaling, working on planning and marketing. I also love to read and eventually want to record more Sims content, so I created a small corner for a chair with a nice background where I could record and spend hours editing, because editing is very time consuming. Naturally, in a tiny home, you have to reimagine objects to be used outside of their original intended purpose. I knew I would have a dresser, but that I wouldn't fill it with clothes. I did this before when I lived abroad and also in college, and it was fantastic, having all my bathroom essentials, snacks, tech, medicine, games, the random things, organized in my dresser. It made it nicely tucked away and kept my counter spaces pretty clean. The last space in the room, it's left open for a hobby or an exercise space. If this was a tiny house or a tiny build, then this would be a great spot for a small kitchen. And on the other side of the wall, a bathroom, but that's an idea for another time. I'm thinking I might come back to this, lay out this room and actually add in a kitchen and a bathroom and create a tiny build. So if that's something you would be interested in, let me know in the comments below. And if you are interested in living in a tiny house, then this kind of concept might be a little helpful to kind of get in the practice of tiny living. Whether you're living at your parents' house or you're in a shared house, it's totally possible for you to practice tiny living where you are right now. For part 2, I'll show you the actual room, so get excited for that. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great day or night or morning, evening, wherever you are in the world.